guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Koda if you don't know me already, and I am finally doing the long-awaited record collection video. The sun is probably going to change so much throughout this video. I have been putting this video off for a very long time just because I didn't feel like I had like my ideal collection to show everything, but this is as updated as today's, I believe, the 8th, so March 8th. This is my collection. It's not fully organized. This side is just artists that I have multiple of, and then on this side is just like artists that I have singles of or whatever else I just couldn't fit on this side. I'm gonna start here. Also, my system is the Audio-Technica AT-LP 60X USB. I will put it on the screen. And my speakers are the Edifier speakers. I don't remember which model. They were a Christmas gift from my dad. So those of you who have seen my first record collection video, the system has been upgraded. There were a lot of comments under that video that was talking about the system I had. I knew it wasn't good, and I wasn't playing a lot of my records at the time because I knew that I had a very weak system for the collection that I had. But now, we up. So I am not really gonna, there's not really much organization to this video. I'm just gonna hop into it. So one of the first ones that I'm going to show you guys is My Favorite Things by John Coltrane. John Coltrane, if you don't know, in my last video I said that he was my favorite jazz artist. He still is. I normally play this when I'm going to bed. It also has Every Time We Say Goodbye, which is one of my favorite jazz songs, which comes from one of my favorite movies, The Parent Trap. So this album means a lot to me, and I really like this one. Next, I have Her. This album is good. I think I got this from Urban Outfitters. I don't shop there anymore because I found that a lot of the records I bought from there were actually defective. Renaissance by Beyonce. I'm actually going to the Renaissance tour for my 20th birthday. I'm very excited. And this had such beautiful packaging. I have to just show you guys. Okay, so first you just have this setup. So the LP covers like connects to build her face. The record is just black itself, but it comes with a photo book with the lyrics of the songs. It's so pretty. And then it also comes with a poster. Whenever I get records, I don't put up the posters. I just rather fold them and keep it in there just for the memory. And I don't want the quality to get messed up, so I just keep it there. Next, we have Chilumbo by Jhené Aiko. It is the deluxe. I got this as a gift from my boyfriend. This is the only Jhené record I have. My favorite song on this album is Surrender. I really love this album, and I love Jhené as a whole. My favorite album by her is Sold Out though, and I've been trying so hard to get that. I remember this girl was selling it and then she ghosted me. So I don't have the record, but I have this one, and it's really good. It's smooth, and the art on it is just so beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. Next, I have Illmatic. This is one of the ones that was in my previous video. It is just a plain black LP. It doesn't come with much else. I grew up listening to Nas from my dad, and a lot of my music taste does come from him. So as you see throughout this video, I'm going to be talking about my influences. The next one we have is The Best of Sade. This comes from my dad again. He's a huge Sade fan, and this record doesn't come with much else. It's 2 LP, and then the LP covers are just orange, and on the top it just spells The Best, and then the other one says of Sade. This one I think I got at Sonic Boom in Toronto, but I bought it online, and it actually was decently priced. Next, we have Cleo Soul, and I love this album. It feels really sturdy. I don't know what it is, this material, but I really loved this album. And it also comes with a mini little book which has pictures and lyrics, and it's just very intimate. She's one of my favorite artists, for sure. Her voice is just, she has the perfect balance of like reggae and soul, and like you can tell her influences in her music. And then she just has a nice little message on the back, which is really sweet. Next, I have Legend by Bob Marley. I have two of these actually. So this is the one that I bought. It's just a black LP. It's a plain one. And then this one is the 75th anniversary one. So it's the tri-color one. I have never opened it. It's still sealed. This was also a gift, but we'll just look at the picture because I don't want to open it. But it's really pretty. It's nice. Next, we have Black Radio 3 by Robert Glasper. My dad put me onto Robert Glasper. He's been a big fan. I wouldn't say this is my favorite Black Radio, but this one is really good. It even won a Grammy. So, and the record is beautiful. It's just green. It's so nice. Next, I have a couple of like smaller records. This one my boyfriend gave to me, and I really do not listen to this, but it's Motorsport, and it's blue. I've probably listened to it once, but he didn't listen to it, so he just gave it to me. The next one is my Tribe Called Quest album, Midnight Marauders, and it's just a black LP. I got this as a birthday gift a couple years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, I don't remember, but I listen to this quite often. Next, we have Summer Walker. This was another repeat. I showed this in my last video. I still don't have Last Day of Summer or the Clear record, but I do have Over It, and it's beautiful. Sounds amazing. I got it for $26. It was on sale at my local record store. And next, I have Control by SZA. I got this for like 12 bucks at my local record store, and it is green. I'm sure so many people have seen this record by now. I got this a few years ago, and I got it at a good price because now I recently saw it going for like $40, which is crazy. Records should never be that expensive anyways, but I do have some very expensive ones in my collection which are coming up. But this one is her best project in my opinion. My favorite song is 20 something, and it's just a good album. Next, I have A Charlie Brown Christmas. I have 2 Christmas albums, I believe. This one is the platinum version, but it's not platinum, sorry, silver foil edition, but it's not colored. But this is my favorite Christmas album, so I had to get it. Next, we have The Weeknd. There's pictures on the inside. It's nice. Sorry, the sun is just not helping. And the record itself is just black. This isn't my favorite project by him. I think most Weeknd fans have biases in like Trilogy and House of Balloons, but this is the only one I do have of him, and it's really good. It's nice. The next album is Pharrell, In My Mind. I can confidently say that I paid way too much for this. I got it for $37. It's a great album. There's not much to it. 2 LP, and it's black. My favorite song on this album is probably That Girl, just because of Snoop Dogg. Number 1 is also good too. I like Kanye as a musician, not as a person. Next album is Tupac, Me Against the World. This is still the only Tupac album that I have. In my last video, this was the one that I showed, and my favorite song on this is It Ain't Easy. It has always been one of my favorite Tupac songs, but I just haven't had the chance to get anything else by him because they've been way too expensive. I bought this for $25, and his other records that I've seen have just been going for like $50 and over, and I'm just not willing to spend that. The next record, this happened in my other video too. The next record is Nina Simone in concert. Nina Simone, obviously influenced from my dad, jazz. Most of my love for jazz does come from my dad's influence, and I like I Love You Porgy, which is my favorite song on this album and my favorite song by her in general. It really does sound like she's singing in the room with me. Next, I have Bubba by Kaytranada. When I first bought this, I didn't really listen to it much. I don't know why. Just comes with like the eye picture on there. One open and one closed. And then the other LP is just the same thing. I don't know why I didn't listen to this much at first. It's a really good album, and I think like house music, I wouldn't say he's necessarily house, but like kind of house music or anything with a lot of different sounds or effects always sounds really good on vinyl, because I find that I can hear every single thing. Like if there's a very faint violin, I'm hearing it. It also came with a poster, which is just of an eye. Oops, it's upside down. Which came with a picture of an eye. And then on the other side, there's a picture as well. I have 1 in a Million by Aaliyah. This is my only record by Aaliyah. It's good. I honestly don't listen to it often, I won't lie. Next, I have The Best of Brandy. I really wanted her self-titled album, but I've been seeing it for like $60, which I just don't want to buy because I know it's repressed anyways, and I've never seen it where it has been really hard to get your hands on. It's just expensive. My favorite song on this is probably Have You Ever, or the Broken Hearted remix. I love Brandy. She sounds amazing. It's great because this album does have most of her most popular songs, which also happen to be most of my favorite songs by her. So I'm fine with this for right now. Now that's everything on this side. We're gonna move on to this side. So first, we're just gonna start off with Michael Jackson. Most of this pile is the artists that I have multiple albums of. So first I have Michael Jackson, Dangerous, which I paid a lot for. I paid $55 for it. But this is the limited edition one, so it is the black and red splatter vinyl. It's hard to, this one doesn't have as much splatter on it. I always like color vinyls because it just looks cooler when it's spinning and you can see the colors. I love Dangerous. I love Michael Jackson. Everything that he has ever produced to me has been absolute perfection. Next I have Michael Jackson, Bad. I actually had 2 of these because my brother got me one for Christmas, but he didn't know which records I had, so I did sell that one. But I got this for like 20 bucks. Bad isn't hard to get or expensive, and it's just the black LP. Nothing crazy. I do love his poses in here though. Like he was really giving face. Hello. Next we have Michael Jackson, Thriller, which was also my last video. It's also a black LP. It's nothing too crazy. Next we're moving on to Kanye West. I have a lot of Kanye records. Kanye has been one of my favorite music artists for a very long time. With the recent controversies and everything, I can't say that I condone or support anything he says, but when it comes to music, his music just speaks to me. Like I really like his music. So first, this is my least favorite album by him, Donda. This was a gift. I did not willingly purchase Donda. As you can see, the artwork is impeccable. There's just so much to offer. I don't know why it's a 4 LP. I feel like this could have been cut down to 2. It's a lot going on in here with nothing to really show for it. My favorite on here is probably Hurricane. I didn't really like Donda, to be honest. Next we have The Life of Pablo. In my last video I said that I wasn't sure about this album because I was definitely scammed into buying records and thinking that they were authentic. This is not authentic. This is definitely just someone's own repress that they did. This one isn't anything special. It's a black LP. Life of Pablo is one of my favorites by him. It's just so real and it's just so hype. Like I can't listen to that and be in a bad mood. Next we have My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. What I really love about this one is that it's interchangeable, so I can choose what I want the cover of the album to be, and you can change it on the front here, so I can change it to whatever I want. Next, I actually got this recently. I went through hell and back to get Ye because, well, this was actually a gift from my boyfriend again. My boyfriend has gotten me quite a few, but I ordered this from Urban Outfitters 2 years ago, and it had been on back order for those entire 2 years. Then Urban Outfitters, I think they just wiped out Kanye West completely on their website when all the controversy was going on about him, and they just gave me my money back. I hadn't found it anywhere else, but my boyfriend got his hands on it. He got it for $22, which is good because I was getting it on Urban Outfitters for $26. But maybe it's marked down because of, you know, his status. Y'all know what's going on, so I don't really gotta explain. Next, I have Jesus is King. I really like Jesus is King. I grew up religious. I grew up Christian, Seventh-day Adventist. So gospel music has always had a special place in my heart. And it was cool to see an artist that I really liked. Like, I really liked his secular music, to see him do something gospel, but also have it still be rap and, like, it's still hype. But also it's like, okay, like, you know, I don't know. I think it was really cool of him. I know he got a lot of mixed emotions about it, but Jesus is King, I really liked. And my favorite song is Hands On with Fred Hammond. It is the best on the album. Next, we have The College Dropout by Kanye. This is a 2 Black LP. This one isn't anything special. I got this for $30 at my local record store. I still think that's a little much for this, but it's okay. And then the last Kanye record I have is 808s and Heartbreaks, which was one of my most played by him for a really long time. Ooh, I just think it sounds amazing. It's huge. It also comes with a CD in the middle, and I'm thinking I kind of want to get in my CD game because records are really expensive. And I do love records, don't get me wrong, but CDs are significantly cheaper. And there is a poster in here, which I will show you guys. Poster on this side, and then him and his mom. So cute. Great album. That is all the Kanye records that I have. I do not have Late Registration, which is one of my top 3s by him, but I've just never seen it or gotten my hands on it. Next, we'll move on to Brent Faiyaz. I have 2 of his records, which were both gifts from my cousin. So I have Saunderson, which I think is his best project, Red LP, and it's 2. I think this is his best work ever, and I think, like, I was a really big Brent fan, okay? In 2021, when he announced his tour, I bought tickets for $25. COVID happened, couldn't get it, got refunded, and he hasn't announced a tour since. Now I don't know if I would necessarily go because, like, I really liked his Saunderson era, and I do feel like his music has changed a lot. I don't think it's bad or anything, but I really fell in love with the Saunders sound, and that album has such a special place in my heart. I used to listen to it a lot, and it has helped me through a lot of things. One of my favorite songs is Burn One Interlude. His interludes are impeccable. He is so talented. I didn't really like Wasteland for, like, well, when I first listened to it, I really liked it, but when I think about it, I don't replay it. Like, I do think it has an amazing concept and it was executed really well, but it's such a big jump from his last 2 albums that I don't love that sound as much as I love the sound of F the World, or as much as I love the sound of Saunderson. Next, I have AM Paradox. This is another Red LP. This was also a gift. I love this album. I remember when Insecure was on my block, and I felt like such a proud mom because at the time I was trying so hard to put people onto him and nobody was listening to me. But, you know, after that I saw his career skyrocket, and, you know, it's nice to see the artists you like flourish. Next, we are going to move on to Drake. I have a lot of Drake records as well. Drake has been one of my favorite artists growing up as well. He just has such a special place in my heart. But I do like Drake. How do you not like Drake, you know? I won't share my opinions on his last album with 21 Savage. There are some good songs, but I wouldn't say it's like, you know, it's not his best work. I said I wasn't going to share my opinions, and now I'm sharing my opinions. Anyways, I did really like Honestly Nevermind. It was just such a vibe. Like, it just made me want to dance. I don't know why so many people didn't like it. I thought it was cool. My favorite song was Tie That Binds. Anyways, let's get to the records. So I have Views by Drake. This, I don't even remember how much I paid for this. But it's just 2 black LP. It doesn't have anything else in it except for, you know, the most light-skinned pose of life. But I love this album. It's just such a Toronto anthem. Like, anyways, next I have Take Care by Drake. This was also my last video, I believe. 2 black LP, you know, Drake smoking on that pack in there. This album, I remember when I played the record for the first time, there's like a, I don't know if it's an interlude or like a little like voice memo or something that isn't on like the studio version that you hear that is on streaming services. So I thought that was really cool. It caught me off guard. I don't remember what song it's after, but that was cool. This I didn't have in my last video. Nothing Was the Same by Drake. This is probably top 3 Drake albums for me. I just love this album, and the record is gorgeous. It's is it 3 or 4? I think it's, yeah, 3 LP, and it's just such a pretty like pale blue with pink. Like, it's so cute. My favorite song on this is Pound Cake 100%. I just love it. I love his songs where it's like anything with a slash that's a Drake song, I'm all for, because the transitions in the songs are seamless and they go together so well. The next is Scorpion. I remember when this first came out, it had a lot of backlash, but I liked Scorpion. My favorite is the B-side, of course. And my favorite song is probably Final Fantasy. I really liked that song a lot, and I still listen to that song very often. So we have 2 Nat King Cole albums. The Christmas song, this and Jesus is King, are the first 2 records that I bought winners. And I think this was like a couple dollars. I've listened to it maybe twice. And then I have Nat King Cole Unforgettable, which I don't really listen to often. I used to listen to it a lot when I would read. That's normally when I play jazz, or like if I'm just ready to wind down and relax for the night. John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. This was also, a lot of the first records that I bought were jazz records, because for the most part, a lot of them are very affordable and they were easy to get my hands on. So that's what I explored with the most. Next, we're gonna talk about Solange. I have 2 of her albums. So first I have When I Get Home, which is a clear LP. This is beautiful, and this can I feel like this just captures the album so well. Then we have A Seat at the Table, which is a 2 LP, and it is black. This is my favorite album by her, hands down. There's just no way that this can't be my favorite. My 2 favorites are Mad with Lil Wayne and Cranes in the Sky. Of course, I feel like that's everyone's favorite song by her, but it's a perfect song when you're going through things. Next, we're gonna move on to Kendrick Lamar, which I have a lot of. There are a couple that weren't in my last video. So first, we have Section 80. We're not even gonna talk about how much I paid for this because I paid way too much for it. I'm just gonna cover it. 2 LP, and it's just black. Section 80, great album. Next, we have Untitled Unmastered. I used to listen to this a lot. 1 LP, it's black. And I just like Kendrick. I bought it for $35, which we don't have to talk about. Next, we have Damn by Kendrick Lamar. This is also 2 LP, and it's black. I don't know if Kendrick has any has released any vinyl records of color. I don't have any. And then on the inside, the songs, credits, and everything. Then we have Good Kid, Mad City. This was in my last video. The sun is going down. And it's 2 LP, it's black. My favorite is probably Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, or The Art of Peer Pressure. But honestly, every song on this album is incredible. The last Kendrick album we have is To Pimp a Butterfly, which is, I think this and Good Kid, Mad City are probably my two favorites. My favorite song on this is Complexion or Mama. Oh, you guys aren't even ready for that. I'm gonna put that on pause. Y'all not ready for that. I'm gonna continue. Next, we have Purple Rain by Prince. This is influence of my dad. I have played this once. It's a picture disc. I believe this is the only picture disc that I have. I've not played it, and it's ironic because one of my boyfriend's favorite artists is Prince, and I still just don't listen to him. But you know, it's okay. Next, we have Solitude by Billie Holiday. My favorite song is Solitude, the title track. Next, we have Dr. Dre. So I have 2001, which I didn't listen to a lot when I first got it, but now that I've had it for a while, I do play it a lot more. And then the disc just has, you know, a hemp leaf on the inside. And then it also comes with this picture, the leaf, you already know. And then on the back, just Dre there. Next, we have The Chronic, but this is not the actual Chronic. This is just one song because this is my favorite song on this album. Nothing But a G Thing with Snoop Dogg. I love this song so much. Like, I just think it's so smooth. Like, the instrumental is incredible. I could listen to the instrumental all day, and this has the instrumental. My boyfriend gave this one to me, which he owned previously, but he didn't really listen to it. Next, we have Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. I feel like this is always a default jazz album that everybody has. Yeah, the best-selling jazz album of all time. Yeah, I figured. Next, we have the Notorious B.I.G., Ready to Die. This is a 2 LP record, black vinyl. And in here, it just has like his acknowledgements on the back, and then all of the information for the tracks. Next, we have Maxwell Urban Hang Suite. This is the influence of my dad. It is a gold record. I'm so sad about this record because this is probably one of my favorites and most played, but it skips. It also just has some pictures in this book. Maxwell is so amazing. He's so amazing. I would love to see him perform live. Next, we have the Fugees, The Score. Next, we have The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You know, this was in my last video. 2 black LP, nothing too crazy. Great album. One thing that I really love about this album are like the little interludes of like the kids talking, like when the kids talk about what love means to them. I just think it's so sweet. And then my last Lauryn Hill album is the live in concert one, the Unplugged. This one, oh, it says it's certified. I didn't know that. Maybe that's why I paid so much for it. My favorite is I Gotta Find Peace of Mind. It's just a black LP, 2 LP, nothing too crazy. And then in here we just see some pictures, so her setup, you know, and then the beautiful Miss Lauryn Hill. I knew there was another John Coltrane one, Duke Ellington and John Coltrane. My favorite, this might be my favorite jazz album. I feel like I've said that about another one. I think this one is my favorite. My favorite is In a Sentimental Mood and My Little Brown Book. If I were to describe myself in one jazz song, it would be My Little Brown Book. I think it's incredible, flawless. It's a black LP, just one. It's amazing. Love me some John Coltrane. Next we have It Is What It Is, Thundercat. This album I got for $35. It's red. Next we have Al Green, Greatest Hits. I don't really know why I bought this. I truly don't really listen to him too much, but this just feels like Sunday morning music to me. I do like the album though. I listen to it here and there, but it's not like a super go-to. Next, we have Doom. I love this album so much. The artwork on the back is beautiful. Rest in Power, you know. It's 2 LP, one is green, and then the other one is pink. And this one's so pretty. It looks like a so cute. It's like a bubblegum pink. My favorite song on this album is Deep Fried Friends. Probably, I don't know. I always like when songs are really long. So I'm a big fan. Next, we have Who Is Jill Scott by Jill Scott. My favorite song is A Long Walk. It's 2 black LP. I'm trying so hard to pull this out and I'm just struggling. We're just gonna, you see it. Okay, close enough. And then I knew I had another Cleo Soul album. This is Mother. I don't know what material she puts her records in, but I need this for all my other ones. It's so sturdy. On the inside, it's just a picture of her and her baby. So cute. She's incredible. I love this album. So I'm gonna show you guys 2 albums, but one is a real version. In my last video, the seller in the record store told me this was the Black Friday edition, so I thought I had a legit blonde album. It's not legit. But in December, it was reissued. I believe it sold out in a few minutes, and I got it. So I finally have a real blonde album, a legit one. My boyfriend got it for me. He bought 3. I don't know how he got lucky, but he bought 3. It's too OP. Sorry, it's just, even though I've opened this before, it's just so, you know, after being scammed, you know, it just feels nice to have a real version. So we have a poster. I'm just so glad that I was able to get one. It says 2022 on it. Like it's you know, it's nice not having a bootleg. And then on this sheet, it's just lime green, and it has all of the lyrics as well as the credits for the songs. I just wanted to make sure that I ended this video with a really strong album, and I think that Blonde is a great album, as most people do. I'm just glad that I finally have a legit official pressing. So that is my record collection video. This is gonna take me forever to edit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't even know how many records I have. If I count them, I will put them on the screen, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, homies. Bye.